Fallout 76 is about to get its biggest update ever via the Skyline Valley Expansion. The Skyline Valley Expansion is a free update that introduces a new region to explore in the southern part of Appalachia that is based on the real-world Shenandoah National Park. This update has a ton of new locations as well as new features, and today we are going to dive back into Appalachia and discuss all of the exciting new details coming with the Skyline Valley update that's set to release sometime next month. Check the video chapters for easy viewing, and let's get started. So following the release of the Skyline Valley expansion for Fallout 76, players will be able to explore a new region south of Appalachia called Skyline Valley. This region is of course inspired by real-life locations such as Mary's Rock Tunnel, the presidential cabins at Rapidan Camp, and of course Skyline Drive. The Skyline Valley expansion brings players to the mysterious Vault 63 that has been discovered in the Skyline Valley. Vault 63 is led by an overseer known as Hugo Stoltz, and before he became a ghoul, Stoltz was a former member of the board of Vault Tech Corporation. Now Hugo, as well as the other dwellers of Vault 63, are not people, they're rather newer types of ghouls known as the Lost. Now what's interesting about the Lost is these undead creatures are electrified versions, and that's likely due to the electric storm that's surrounding Skyline Valley. The Lost are also very territorial, they're unable to communicate, and they will fend off all outsiders. Now the overseer Hugo Stoltz is friendly, but he is also pretty grumpy, so it'll be really interesting to see how he reacts to our decisions throughout the story. Now as we progress, players will have 6 story quests from him where we can decide to either stand on his values and befriend him, or we could decide not to and betray Stoltz. And I'm sure just like previous expansions, our actions will have consequences on whether we decide to befriend or betray. Now another thing that plays a significant role throughout the Skyline Valley expansion is the mysterious storm. Now the storm's origins are unknown, but it appeared suddenly and has persisted, causing significant changes to the region. So another part of the story is most likely figuring out the origin of this storm, why it's happening, and possibly even how to fix it. Now the storm is constantly dark and filled with lightning strikes, making survival pretty difficult in the region. It's caused mutations and affected the creatures of the environment. Like I said, the Lost are basically electrified versions of ghouls, and the reason that they're electrified is because of the storm ahead. So not only is the storm central to the story, driving the events and the characters' actions, but it also serves as a constant threat. The storm creates a challenging and hazardous environment for us players to navigate that adds a new layer of difficulty and exploration to the game. Now the eye of the storm seems to be the central focus, and the storm's effects are particularly evident around a manor in the region, which is an obvious connection between the two. Now following the release of this expansion, Fallout 76 is going to get even bigger. Now as I mentioned, Skyline Valley is a massive region and it contains a lot of new locations that are honestly really exciting. Now if you play on the public test server, you've probably seen a lot of these locations already, but we're going to go ahead and go over them right now. So first and foremost, we have the Rapidan Camp, also known as Camp Hoover. Now there's an NPC robot that will give you more information about the incident at Rapidan Camp, but apart from that, we have no further details. Now another location is the Dark Hollow Manor. Now as we mentioned before, the Dark Hollow Manor has a red portal in the sky, which is believed to be the cause of this weird weather. Now what's interesting is Dark Hollow Manor is known as the Stoltz Manor before the Great War. It was the home of Hugo Stoltz, Cassidy Stoltz, and their daughter Audrey Stoltz. Next up, we have the Shenandoah Visitor Center. There's also Camp Liberty, an abandoned convoy, Big Meadows gas welds. We have Slumber Sand Motel, Stony Man Lookout, Hawkville Weather Station, a Ranger Station bunker, Grindstone Arc, and Old R Lookout. Now these are just some of the locations, but if you look at the overall region of Skyline Valley, this expansion is pretty massive, and it's set to be the biggest expansion to Fallout 76's open world map, and I look forward to exploring everything. So now in terms of just how huge is the region of Skyline Valley, it looks like it's about the same size as the Toxic Valley region of Appalachia, which Toxic Valley is pretty big. Like, it's a pretty solid region size. Sure, it's not as big as the Forest region, but it is a really solid size for a free expansion for players that own Fallout 76. Now the Skyline Valley update is also set to bring us new weapons, new armor, new clothing, camp items, and just a ton of new gameplay updates. Now in terms of new weapons that are set to be introduced with Skyline Valley, we have the first one is Ticket to Revenge, which is a variant of the railway rifle with double the amount of ammo capacity as the standard version. We have the Vault 63 Shock Baton, a melee weapon with anti-armor stats that's able to apply an electric shock effect on enemies. And then we have the Shattered Ground, which is an automatic assault rifle with high damage and a fast fire rate. And finally, there is the V63's Zweihander, which is an electric two-handed weapon with a fairly high energy energy damage output. Next up, we have some new armor that's set to be added. The first one is the Burnt Vault 63 security outfit, the Lost Burnt Vault suit, the Burnt Vault lab coat, the Cultist Monitor outfit, the Cultist Monitor mask, and the Vault 63 hazmat suit. Now, in terms of the other items and unlocks you can get, they're as followed. Now, once you complete the quest and unlock the invitation, that will reward you with the plan for the Pip-Boy 2000 Burnt Pain, which can be used to customize your Pip-Boy to look like a burnt design. Now, if you complete the Into the Lands Unknown, it'll reward you with the Shenandoah Park sign, which can be used to decorate your home. Now, the Skyline Valley expansion is also going to be bringing new creatures. The first two are the Alpha Thrasher and the regular Thrasher, which these are very large bipedal birds that resemble turkeys. They attack by kicking with their stocky legs and biting with their beaks. Now, Skyline Valley also has two new public events that are going to take place. The first one being Dangerous Pastimes. This public event takes place at the new Skyline Drive-In location. Players must work together to activate the movie screen and protect a generator from waves of enemies. Upon completion, players are rewarded with different loot and XP. And then there's another event called the Neurological Warfare. This challenging in-game event is triggered by a nuke detonation in the Skyline Valley region. Players must navigate a radiation-filled area and battle against mutated creatures, eventually facing a powerful boss. Successfully completing this event will yield high-level rewards, including rare plans and legendary items. Now, additionally, players can participate in a new world event exclusive to the Skyline Valley, which is the Tornado event. This dynamic weather phenomenon periodically sweeps through the valley, posing a dangerous threat to players that are caught in its pathway. The tornado can cause damage and disorient players, but it also presents a unique opportunity for loot and XP. Now, these of course are just the confirmed public events as well as random encounters throughout the open world, but I'm sure as the season progresses, we're going to get new random encounters as well as public events that'll be added. Now, the question is when are we going to get to play Skyline Valley expansion? Now, the official release date hasn't really been confirmed. However, it is expected to release sometime in June 2024, most likely at the end of the month, coinciding with the start of season 17. Now, there is a possibility that the official trailer for Skyline Valley, which we haven't even gotten yet, funny enough, like we got the developer preview for Skyline Valley, but we haven't even gotten an official reveal trailer, but that could be revealed at the Xbox Game Showcase in early June. Now, the reason we know it's June is mainly because of the following information. So the public test server for the expansion was available on the PTS server for PC players throughout April, which obviously indicates that it's nearing completion. Now, the Gold Rush event, which is a part of season 17, is scheduled to start on Thursday, June 6th, and it's likely that the expansion will be released either before or around this time to kick off the new season. Now, Fallout 76 updates usually occur around Tuesday at 3 p.m. and if this pattern holds, the release date could be Tuesday, June 18th or June 25th. However, it's really hard to determine that. It could be earlier, it could be later. Now, the update could be hot dropped right after the Xbox Game Showcase, which will be live streamed on Sunday, June 9th, 2024. Now, if we do get a trailer during the Xbox Game Showcase, it's a solid possibility that they hot drop it, but again, I would say the best bet is sometime at the end of June. I'd love to be wrong, but I just don't think I am. Now, as a Fallout 76 player, I personally have high hopes for the Skyline Valley expansion. Considering the size of the new region, I expect a story and gameplay experience that matches its scope. I want to be immersed in a substantial narrative that delves deep into the lore and unravels the mystery of Vault 63 and gives me enough reason to explore every inch of the valley. The story should present meaningful choices that have lasting consequences and effects, and the gameplay needs to match the story's ambition. Skyline Valley should have a ton of activities, hidden secrets, challenging encounters, and hopefully address and introduce quality of life improvements for a smoother gameplay experience. Overall, I am excited that Fallout 76 is getting its map expansion that it deserves. Let's just hope the story and gameplay deliver, because this could be yet another turning point in the Fallout 76 saga. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. Let me know if you guys plan on playing the Skyline Valley expansion. What features and locations are you most excited about? If you enjoyed my coverage, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on. Don't forget to enter the PS5 giveaway. Those details are in the pinned comment. And until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.